Doctors gave Vince Gill devastating news. He had a serious heart condition that required immediate surgery. Around the same time, his wife, Amy Grant, nearly died in a bike accident. Now, the 22-time Grammy winner is facing a battle he never expected, leaving his daughter in tears and fans praying. Born on April 12, 1957, in Norman, Oklahoma, Vince grew up surrounded by music. His father, a lawyer and judge, played guitar and banjo, while his mother sang and played harmonica. Vince picked up the guitar at age 10 and, with his father's support, quickly honed his skills. By 7, he was already performing in public, mastering multiple instruments, including the mandolin, fiddle, and bass. As a teenager, he played in the bluegrass band Mountain Smoke, opening for acts like Pure Prairie League and even Kiss. At a 1974 Kiss concert, the rock-loving crowd booed the band, but Vince didn't back down. He humorously flipped them off before leaving the stage. Determined to pursue music, he moved to Kentucky in 1975, joining Bluegrass Alliance and later Boone Creek with Ricky Skaggs. In 1976, he headed to Los Angeles, joining Byron Berline's band Sundance as a session guitarist and vocalist. His big break came in 1979, when he auditioned for Pure Prairie League and landed the role of lead singer. The 1980 hit Let Me Love You Tonight put him on the map, reaching number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 and topping the adult contemporary chart. Over the next few years, he recorded 3 albums with the band, proving himself as both a singer and songwriter. Despite his success, he longed to return to his bluegrass and country roots, setting the stage for the legendary career that followed. Ricky Skaggs had made the shift from bluegrass to country rock, and Vince Gill followed a similar path. However, as time passed, he started longing for a more traditional country sound. While touring with Pure Prairie League, he met Janice Oliver from the country duo Sweethearts of the Rodeo. They fell in love and married on April 12, 1980. Their daughter, Jenny Gill, was born in 1982, and for a while, their careers and family life seemed perfectly in sync. By 1982, Vince was ready for a change. Pure Prairie League's success was fading, and he wanted something new. That same year, he joined Rodney Crowell's backing band, the Cherry Bombs. This move was a game-changer. It introduced him to key industry figures like Tony Brown and Emory Gordy Jr., who would later play a huge role in his solo career. In 1989, everything changed when Vince signed with MCA Records. That year, he released When I Call Your Name, an album that would define his career. Produced by Tony Brown, it showcased his smooth tenor voice and deeply emotional songwriting. The title track, a heartbreaking ballad about love and loss, became an instant classic. Featuring Patty Loveless on harmony vocals, the song won CMA Single of the Year in 1990 and Song of the Year in 1991. It also earned Vince his first Grammy for Best Male Country Vocal Performance. The album's success was massive. Hits like Never Alone, Oklahoma Swing, a duet with Reba McEntire, and Never Knew Lonely made him a household name. By 1990, the album was certified gold. By 1996, it had reached double platinum. His rise was undeniable, and in 1991, he was inducted into the Grand Ole Opry, cementing his place in country music history. The 90s were Vince's golden era. His 1992 album, I Still Believe in You, became a monster hit, selling over 4 million copies. The title track was his first #1, won on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart, and won 2 Grammys. Another standout single, Don't Let Our Love Start Slippin' Away, reflected his struggles in his marriage with Janice. The song's music video featured country legends like Reba McEntire, Patty Loveless, and Pam Tillis. Vince had a rare ability to balance emotional ballads with fun, high-energy songs. While I Still Believe in You tugged at heartstrings, One More Last Chance brought a playful energy fans loved. Earlier albums like Pocket Full of Gold, 1991, added to his success, with hits like Liza Jane and Look at Us, showcasing his songwriting depth. As the awards rolled in, his legacy grew. He won Best Country Song at the Grammys 4 times, with Look at Us in 1992 and Go Rest High on That Mountain in 1996. At the CMAs, he made history, winning Song of the Year 4 times, more than any other artist. Unlike many who chased trends, Vince remained true to his roots. He was a leading figure in the neo-traditional country movement, alongside artists like Randy Travis and Patti Loveless. Albums like High Lonesome Sound, 1996, blended bluegrass with country storytelling, proving his deep love for the genre. His angelic voice and heartfelt lyrics made his music timeless, earning him respect from both fans and fellow musicians alike. Vince Gill's life has been shaped by love, heartbreak, and the challenge of balancing fame with family. In 1980, he married Janice Oliver, a talented musician from Sweethearts of the Rodeo. They shared a deep love for music and welcomed their daughter, Jenny Gill, on May 5, 1982. For years, their marriage seemed strong, but as Vince's career skyrocketed, the time apart took its toll. By the mid-1990s, rumors swirled about emotional struggles and possible infidelity, particularly a growing connection between Vince and Christian singer Amy Grant. In 1997, after 17 years together, Vince and Janice divorced. It was a deeply personal loss, but in Nashville's tight-knit music world, it became a public topic of conversation. Despite the challenges, Vince and Janice remained respectful toward each other. He later admitted that maintaining a private life in the public eye was one of the hardest parts of his career. His emotions often surfaced in his music, especially in When I Call Your Name, 1989, a song filled with loneliness and regret. Fans connected with the raw pain in his voice, making it one of his most iconic songs. Just as Vince was adjusting to life after divorce, tragedy struck again. In 1997, his father, Stan Gill, passed away at age 65. More than just a father, Stan was Vince's first musical influence, the man who put a guitar in his hands and encouraged his talent. Though they were close, their relationship had its share of unspoken words and unresolved tensions. The loss was devastating, and Vince turned to music to process his grief. In 1998, he released The Key to Life, a song filled with memories of his father, including learning to play John Henry on the banjo as Stan watched. One line hit especially hard. The pain of losing him cuts like a Randall knife, but it was Go Rest High on That Mountain that became his ultimate tribute. Vince had started writing it in 1989 after the death of country singer Keith Whitley, but never finished it until he lost his father. The song became a powerful anthem for those mourning loved ones, touching millions far beyond country music. Vince and Amy Grant's love story began in the early 1990s. They met through music and felt an undeniable connection. Their first performance together happened in December 1993 at Christmas, with Vince Gill in Tulsa, Oklahoma. At the time, both were married. Vince to Janice and Amy to Gary Chapman. Something about that night felt different. During one performance, Amy hugged Vince and whispered, "I've needed to do this all night." She later admitted she couldn't explain it, but there was a warmth between them she had never felt before. Their friendship deepened as they collaborated, recording House of Love together in 1994. During the music video shoot, Amy felt something overwhelming, holding on to Vince as he sang. She later said, "I had never experienced anything like it." But before their love story could fully begin, both had to face painful divorces. What makes their love story even more remarkable is that Vince had admired Amy long before they met. In 1983, he was driving when he heard Tennessee Christmas on the radio. He had to pull his car over. Something in her voice made him stop and listen. He had no idea that years later, she would become such an important part of his life. Through love, loss, and change, Vince Gill turned his personal struggles into timeless music. His songs weren't just hits, they were confessions, deeply personal reflections that resonated with millions, and that honesty is what made him one of country music's most beloved artists. Vince Gill and Amy Grant's relationship wasn't just about love, it was about resilience, faith, and the challenge of blending two families while living under intense public scrutiny. After Vince's divorce in 1997 and Amy's in 1999, speculation ran wild. Many believed their deepening friendship had led to the end of their marriages, though both denied any wrongdoing. Vince once said, "We were crazy about each other, but we never crossed any lines." Amy also insisted that while their connection was undeniable, her first marriage had ended for reasons unrelated to Vince. Vince Gill and Amy Grant's love story faced challenges, especially blending their families. Their daughter, Karina, born in 2001, became the bridge that united them. Through patience and love, they built a strong, happy home. In 2018, Vince battled a severe kidney infection, followed by open-heart surgery in 2019. At the same time, Amy faced her own heart surgery, 2020, and a serious bike accident, 2022. Vince remained her rock, supporting her through recovery. Musically, Gill took bold risks, including his 4-disc album These Days, 2006, and joining the Eagles, 2017, after Glenn Frey's passing. A 22-time Grammy winner and Country Music Hall of Fame inductee, his heartfelt songwriting and masterful musicianship continue to inspire. His legacy isn't just in awards, it's in the deep emotion his music brings to life.